All Jackson does is make beats.
You need fuel, gas. You're a fool, stupid. I got jewels, drip. Gucci suit, cash. Ice out wrist, ice. Why you pissed, mad? Johnny Stockton, Utah, with the assist, slash.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Rival Sports Talk, episode 5. I'm getting there. What's in progress? Let's go. I'm here. I'm Jake. I'm here with my buddy Bo, and we're here to give you an inside look at some of the sports worlds, talking MLB playoffs, clinches, Thursday night football coverage, NBA playoffs. So we'll get right into it. Bo, Thursday night football, Dolphins and Jaguars. So it wasn't much of a Thursday night football game to be intrigued about. But what are your takeaways of that? How did Ryan Fitzpatrick do? I feel like he had a great game. In my opinion, I felt like he's been listening to a lot of fans and like commentators and stuff talk about Tua time.
Right.
I don't think he wants to give that up. What are your take on that?
Not yet. Yeah, no, he's a fighter. He played really well. He rushed the football for another touchdown. He's leading the Dolphins. They need that veteran presence because they have awesome guys like Devontae Parker, who I said last night is the most underrated receiver in the league. Mike Gesicki looked pretty good. Their defense looked pretty – didn't they hold them through like 7 points through the first three quarters or something? Yeah, no, their defense is looking really sharp. So, yeah, I mean, the Dolphins aren't a playoff team, but they deserve more respect than what they're getting, I think. What about you?
I agree with that. My question is more of the Jaguars based right now, actually.
Yeah.
Do you think Gardner Minshew struggled without DJ Chark?
Yes. They didn't have like 2 interceptions. Am I correct?
Yeah.
So, I mean, Gardner Minshew, he's good. He's not great. I mean, he's definitely the coolest guy to ever play football. But
that's only because he looks like Uncle Rico.
Right. But I mean, he still has a lot of work to do to be a starting quarterback in the league. DJ Chark, he definitely missed him. Jerome Robinson, though, for Jacksonville, he stepped up. James Robinson, sorry, I was thinking of the basketball player. But, James Robinson for Jacksonville, he looks really good. I agree.
So going back to Dolphins on this, you wanted my opinion on Ryan Fitzpatrick and Tua Tagovailoa. I definitely think, kind of what you said, that he definitely stepped up in this game. I feel like Dolphins fans just want wins. They don't care who their starting quarterback is.
Right.
And it may not be this year for Tua, which unfortunately for me, I would kind of hate to see. But as a rookie quarterback going into the league, you kind of expect that.
Right.
So I definitely think that the beard definitely outdid the mustache in this one. And not only because beards are better or nothing, but I feel Ryan Fitzpatrick stepped up for the team today and showed them that they can actually win under his leadership right now. And I feel like that all helped Tua a lot whenever he does come into the league as a starting quarterback or even as a backup quarterback right now. He's getting that leadership and that coaching from probably one of the greatest backups of all time, minus Josh McCown.
Right.
You got anything else on that?
No, I think that's it. I was just looking at the stats. Sorry, I was looking at the stats from this game.
You're good.
And
you're good.
Yeah, so I mean, Fitzpatrick was 160 with 2 touchdowns, pretty solid. Myles Gaskin averaged 3 yards a carry, nothing too crazy, but I really think this game was won based on the defensive performance by guys like Kamu. What's his last name? Grugier Hill. He played for the Eagles. Yeah, I remember him. He was talking crap about like Prescott a couple years ago. And then Xavier Howard, he's really solid. He had a good game.
Did you see the highlight of Kyle Van Noy just trucking running back?
Yes.
That was crazy, bro.
Yes.
I definitely think Kyle – go ahead.
Kyle Van Noy, I mean, he plays with his head on fire. So he's getting a chance to really show who he is in Miami and really kind of take the lead on the defense, coming from New England and being a nice veteran presence to, show the way for the younger players. But he came out, boom, I saw it right there on my phone there. Yeah, no, he's the man. He's the man.
I definitely think that is a tough defense. Kind of what you said. He was kind of a secondary defensive player up in New England, especially under the arms of Patrick Chung, Dante Hightower, and at the time Vince Wilfork. Even they played a little bit together. So right. I definitely think him going to Miami was kind of a stepping stone for him for a next chapter of his career, which I think will definitely benefit him, like you said, helping the younger guys and stuff like that.
For sure.
So how do you think the first couple weeks of Thursday Night Football is going, since it's not on ESPN or anything like that? It's just strictly on NFL Network right now. How do you think fans are reacting to that?
I mean, it's pretty disappointing for me just because I don't have NFL Network. So I really kind of have to rely on the playoffs after the game, or the highlights after the game. But I'm pretty sure this is the last week they're doing it, just exclusively on NFL Network. Or maybe are they doing it next week too?
Yeah. Week 3.
So
week 3.
I mean, at least we're not missing too many crazy good matchups. I mean, Dolphins and Jags. I mean, that's nothing too.
And then last week it was Bengals and Browns.
Yeah, something crazy like that. And then next week, is it like the Jets? Is that who's playing? Is it Broncos and New York?
Speaking of the Broncos, find Blake Bortles.
I saw that. Yeah, I mean, he's probably better than some of the other quarterbacks out there on the free agent market. He'll just be there. Is he gonna? He's not gonna play, right? The Jeff Driscoll, he's gonna play for him, right?
I don't know. This practice week could be a quarterback matchup, in my opinion.
Right.
I definitely think that since Bortles has the experience, especially playoff experience coming from Jacksonville and LA, I definitely think he could be a competition for that QB1 spot.
Yeah.
Until Drew Lock comes back, that is.
Right.
Yeah.
Drew Lock. Yep.
I can definitely see that.
Yeah. What about basketball? Because, I mean, there's not too much football to talk about. I mean, no one wants to listen to us talk about Dolphins and Jags forever.
Right.
So,
right.
I know you were working tonight, but did you catch any of the Nuggets and Lakers game?
I didn't catch a whole lot of it. Kind of like with you, I was working. I watched the highlights a little bit. Mm-hmm. The number one concern that I saw right now is AD with his ankle. I know he came back into play, but how does that affect him the rest of the postseason, the rest of the playoffs?
Yeah.
Is that going to bother the Lakers at all, even in the game 5? Yeah, game 5 of the finals. The Western Conference, or let alone the finals.
Yeah, I mean, he played really well, but that ankle is definitely going to hurt him tomorrow. I'm looking at his stats here. He played 40 minutes, 34 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. His rebounds were a little bit concerning because he only had 1 rebound through the first 3 quarters, but he had 4 rebounds in the fourth quarter. LeBron almost had a triple-double. But yeah, I mean, Davis, it'll hurt him tomorrow, but I don't think it should hurt him too bad, going forward. I mean, yeah, I know it hurt a lot, but it was one of those things that hurts like crap for 5 minutes and then you're fine. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's what I think.
What did you think of Jamal Murray channeling his inner Michael Jordan going under the hoop?
Yeah, no, Jamal Murray, I mean, he's one of the most confident players in the league. He has, maybe he leads at least the Western Conference in swagger. I love to see guys like that going crazy. And plus, you can't miss in the fourth quarter. His free throw percentage is 100%. He's 22 for 22 in the playoffs in the fourth quarter. He's shooting 63% from three-point land. They had a bit of an off night tonight, especially down the stretch. They made a couple bad turnovers that kind of helped sway the game in Los Angeles' favor. But, I mean, it's 3-1, and the Nuggets, they're not scared of no 3-1 deficit. We've seen that a couple times already.
Back to back.
Right.
Do you think the Nuggets
Jokic
pull
needs
it
to
out?
play better. No. But, I mean, that's what I said the last 2 times. But I mean, if they did, I mean, that'd be really cool. It'd be the first team in NBA history to come back from not one, but not two, but 3-1 deficits. So, no, that'd be really cool. But another thing about the Lakers is that Kyle Kuzma has not been the guy that the Lakers are expecting him to be, especially because, I mean, it's supposed to be LeBron, AD, Kuzma. But it's been like LeBron, AD, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And no disrespect.
And a little bit tonight of Dwight Howard too.
Yeah, Howard
definitely saw prime Dwight.
Yeah, no, he was really solid. But no, Kyle Kuzma, especially if they match up against the really hot Miami Heat, he definitely has to step up and just play better. I mean, looking at his stats from this evening, I mean, he was 4-11 from the field. That's not going to cut it against, any team when you're the third leading or when you're the third scoring option. So Kyle, I mean, he needs to play better, needs to get more rebounds. He didn't have any rebounds in 20 minutes today. LeBron played great though. I mean, LeBron's LeBron, but Anthony Davis really carried them tonight.
I have a hot take question.
Yes,
Do you think the trade that brought Anthony Davis over to the Lakers, do you think the Lakers should have put Kyle Kuzma in there instead of Brandon Ingram based on Brandon Ingram's season he had this year?
In hindsight, yes. Because Brandon Ingram, he won Most Improved Player, right?
Yeah.
No, Brandon Ingram, he looks really good. The thing is about NBA teams, the players that come into the league, they're so young. They're like 19 years old. If they come from overseas, sometimes they're even 18. So teams, they're not necessarily as patient as they should be. I mean, look at D'Angelo Russell, had 2 years, traded from LA. The same thing could be happening with Brandon Ingram in New Orleans. And I remember when the trade was made, I was like, well, the Lakers got Anthony Davis, but if I was the Pelicans, I would not have accepted that trade if Kyle Kuzma was not involved. Because Kyle Kuzma looked like he was going to be the big guy out of that trade.
The next Jason Tatum type thing.
Right. But yeah, I mean, looking at the stats again from tonight and just these playoffs, Kuzma has struggled. And Ingram, he played really good in the regular season. What do you think about kind of switching subjects maybe? What do you think about Lonzo Ball? What do you think his ceiling is?
As coming from a California kid his whole life, I definitely think moving south kind of benefited him. He got away from his dad, and there's no hot take on LeVar. I think LeVar is a standout guy who wants what's best for his kid, as much as the media hates LeVar Ball. I think with Zoe going to New Orleans, with Josh Hart, Brandon Ingram, definitely helped him feel kind of at home with the guys that he's played with before. I definitely feel like his stats went up this year. He definitely had that cold swagger piece that he kind of was lacking in LA, because he wasn't really a shoo-in for LA, in my opinion. Granted, he had that swagger in his rookie year, but after game one, he just got beat up, in my opinion.
Right.
Especially game one of his rookie year playing against the Clippers. Patrick Beverley just toyed with him, bro.
You broke him.
Beverley just toyed with him the entire game. So I definitely feel like moving away from Cali and that environment definitely stepped his game up to be better than just a ball player, but to be a better person as well.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I mean, getting away from the bright lights of LA and all the distractions of him and his dad and, all the shiny lights, going on out there, and just getting to New Orleans just to focus on playing basketball. And not only playing basketball, but playing basketball with, like, top stars of tomorrow, like Zion, Ingram. Getting to learn from JJ Redick, who this was the first year he missed the playoffs in 13 seasons. So getting to learn from a winner like JJ. My thing, you can call me crazy, but I truly believe that Lonzo Ball will win at least one. Yeah, write this down. One MVP this decade.
Okay.
Let me tell you why. Because Lonzo, he plays basketball the way it's supposed to be played, and his basketball IQ is off the charts. His passing is unbelievable. I love watching the Pelicans offense because it's, I like to call it the hot potato offense. I don't know if that's a real thing, but it's like you got the ball, pass, pass.
Right.
And then you just keep passing until they can find the greatest shot. And then he needs to work on his three-pointer, but, that'll come. He's still so young. What he's like. Yeah, so, his shooting form is whack, but, if it goes in, that's all that matters. Because I used in a LSJBA, I used to shoot the ball with both hands on the side and put it up, and I still made it, so no one cared.
Right, exactly.
But so I love Lonzo. I think he is going to have an awesome decade, and write this down too. I got the Pelicans, if they have their core with Zion, Brandon Ingram, and Lonzo, they are going to win at least one championship during this decade.
I will double down on both of that. Actually, I do feel like Lonzo has the MVP caliber. I feel Lonzo right now kind of has the mindset of young Derrick Rose, if that makes any sense. Yeah, Derrick Rose went in full force with a young Chicago Bulls team and just led that team to a playoff spot. And I think Lonzo Ball did the same thing. I think he did more than Anthony Davis did in New Orleans. And that's saying a lot because Anthony Davis is Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
I definitely double down on that. I think Lonzo will win MVP I would probably say within the next 5 to 7 years. I'm not going to say the entire decade, but I do think within the next 5 to 7 years. And with them being NBA champions, you got to think that they have the right team behind them. I think kind of what you said with that core, Zion, a strong, bulked Brandon Ingram, and the coach that can lead them correctly.
Yeah.
Ever since Zoe has been there, I think it's just been Alvin Gentry, to be honest, has not had that coaching caliber. So
yeah, they got rid of Gentry. Who did they bring in? I can't remember who their new coach is.
I got you.
Let's double check that. I hope it's somebody that doesn't have prior coaching experience, just because that I don't know. I've always felt like if you get one shot and it didn't work, maybe it's not. Give another guy a shot.
Dan Vanterpool from
who?
David Vanterpool.
Where's he from?
I currently don't think. Does he have a?
Let's see.
The Pelicans do not have a current head coach.
Oh, they don't?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, they should probably figure that out pretty soon.
Could you hot take on this one. Could you see Tyronn Lue going down to New Orleans? Be the head coach.
Isn't he the coach for the 76ers?
Tyronn Lue?
Yeah, is he? Or am I tripping?
I think you're tripping.
No, well, okay. There have been so many different coaching changes this season. It's been really hard to keep track of all of them. Okay, so he's not currently the head coach of the 76ers? Okay, but here's who I think.
He's an assistant coach for the Clippers.
Oh, okay. Here's who I think would be a good fit. Now, I know I said that it's someone that doesn't have prior NBA coaching experience, but this guy didn't really get a fair shot, and he has been kicking butt all over the world. I'm going to see if you can guess who it is. Okay, so he coached LeBron his first year when he was back in Cleveland. Yep, David Blatt. Yes, sir. What you think?
Could you see? Okay, I'm gonna go back with Ty Lue. Could you see a reunion? Could you see a reunion of the two, head coach, assistant coach, but reversed?
Reversed? Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. That'd be weird, but it wouldn't surprise me.
It would be a little weird. It would be a little weird. Yeah, I could see David Blatt going down there. I definitely think that'd be kind of possibly a good fit for him too.
Yeah, he's coaching in Greece now.
Yeah. Could you see any college coaches coming over to the NBA to coach?
The college and NBA game is so different. Yeah. You know, it's even like the college football and NFL, like they're different, but they're not like as different, if that makes sense. But college basketball and NBA basketball is a lot different just because, you know, the talent is just so – what's the word I'm looking for?
It's fluctuated.
Right. That's what I was – yes. So, no, because they've tried it in the past and it just doesn't really work out. Remember the Cavaliers had the Michigan head coach for a bit. I forget his name, but he didn't even last the full season.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. What about the Eastern Conference Finals? With the Heat shocking the world, going up 3-1 against Boston.
Let me just pull out Jason Tatum for a moment.
There it is, the trash can. Present the trash can and say something so Zoom will get the people seeing it.
Jason Tatum, you are hurting your team. You are not being the Jason Tatum they thought you were. All right, press conference over.
Let's read his stats from Game 4. Let's do it. Okay.
Oh, dude, I know through 3 quarters the other day he had 0 points.
I saw that. Yeah.
0 points.
So in Game 4, he had 28 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. However, he shot 10 for 22. That's not too bad. But Game 3 has got to be his worst one, right?
Yeah.
There we go. Yikes. I don't even want to read it. Yeah. The Celtics, I mean, they're in trouble, man. They're in trouble. I remember the other day, I said something about how the Celtics or the Heat aren't going to win another game in this series. But the Heat, I mean, they're determined and they're really good. Tyler Herro
is a bucket.
Tyler Herro is the new white chocolate. Move over, Jason Williams. Look at Tyler Herro. 35 minutes, 37 points, 14 for 21. Made all his free throws, 5 3-pointers.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome, and he knows he's good too. He knows it. He doesn't try to be humble. Confidence. He knows it. I mean, he's a good teammate, but he knows it.
Yeah, I definitely
Bam Adebayo, your guy. I know you love Bam. He's just having a hell of a series too. The Miami Heat are hot, and whoever comes out of the West, they better be careful. They're playing with fire, literally, because the Miami Heat.
Oh, get out of here! Fire. Get out of here! Terrible. That's a dad joke of the week. There we go.
I'll take it. Jimmy Butler. Do you watch hockey? Did you watch the Stanley Cup?
A little bit. I do watch a little bit of Stanley Cup. I'm pulling for the Tampa Bay Lightning right now.
Yeah, no, hockey is far from my expertise, but I mean, I'll watch a good hockey game. The Stars goalie really struggled Game 3. I don't know his name, but all I know is that he was trash in Game 3. They pulled him and brought in some new kid. Say what?
You want me to bring Jason Tatum? I mean, the trash can back out?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I was really disappointed in the Washington Capitals this season because they were kicking butt all year, and they get to the Stanley Cup playoffs, and they play the Islanders, and they get bounced in 5 games. And they weren't even competitive in any of those games.
Wow.
And, I went to a few Capitals games this season, and, I watched them. They won both times. They looked super good. They were first place in the league both times I went, and they choked. And then, Dallas and Tampa Bay. That'll be a good series. Tampa Bay, they need to redeem themselves for what happened last season.
I'm definitely rooting for Tampa on this.
Yeah, me too.
I got family down in Tampa. I'm repping the Devil Rays right now.
Yeah,
I got Tampa in my blood right now. So I definitely feel they need to continue strong with this.
Yeah. Now here's a question: could you see Tampa Bay becoming a city of champions this season? An NHL championship, an MLB championship, and an NFL championship. Do you think that's a real possibility?
You think all three of them?
Yep. You think all three will win the respective championships this season?
So I know you said you had kind of like a sugar high right now, but I think you're on something else because okay. So let me start in the NFL with the Buccaneers. I definitely feel that they are a strong team. However, with Brady's first season in Tampa, I don't think he'll do as hot. I do feel, however, that he will make the playoffs, but he won't amount to anything. So that streak of playoffs is still going to be alive for him, that is. I don't think that they'll win. I think they'll go 10-6 and get bounced in the – I'm going to say second round. So, no, I don't think all of them will be a city of champions. And the Rays, as much as I love them, they have a very, very tough American League Conference this year. The Twins, the White Sox. I believe the Indians as well. I think they're close to a playoff spot. I think they clinched. The Athletics. So I don't feel Tampa can be that strong in the World Series. However, I do have them going far in the playoffs. I do feel like they'll do really good.
Like you think in championship series or?
I think they'll lose in the championship series, kind of like they did in 2009. They won in 2008, and that was the last time they made it there. So I don't think that they'll make the World Series. I do think they'll put up a great fight, though.
Right.
The Lightning.
You say what?
The Lightning, I want them to do good. I just don't think that they are that strong if they keep getting bullied by Dallas right now,
Right.
Especially after trying to redeem themselves from last year. They definitely need to step up more than they have right now. I would just say Stammer has been outstanding. He scored a goal the other night, definitely put them ahead, and just boosted that confidence for that squad.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they're the Lightning are definitely playing with a chip on their shoulder because they remember what happened last year. They were amazing in the regular season, and they got the crap beat out of them in the playoffs. That was probably the most embarrassing thing I can remember to happen to a hockey team.
Mark my words. I will wear a Tampa Bay Lightning pullover hoodie.
Okay.
I just gotta find it. I
bet. Yeah.
When they win this series.
All right. Let's see. See what else is on our agenda here.
I have MLB playoffs and clinching right now.
The Blue Jays clinched this evening.
Blue Jays did clinch.
That's kind of surprising. I thought they were a few years away.
Kind of not really too worried about them. I do say that
they're not going to do anything. They're just going to get bounced by who they played in the first round.
Yeah, they do have a very young team, and I think that will definitely hurt them, to be honest. I'm not intrigued about that. I believe they actually play. So 15 hours ago, first round, they would play Tampa. I have looking at this here, Tampa against Toronto. Tampa, Toronto, Yankees against White Sox. The Asterix against the Twins. The Astros against the Twins. And then the Cleveland Indians against the Oakland Athletics.
Yep.
That's what I have there. And then on the NL side is actually a pretty solid race right now. I may have to whip out a Miami Marlins shirt too.
Yeah, that's crazy that they're in the playoffs.
It's so hard to believe that. And them and San Francisco, I've said all year I feel that San Francisco is trying to blow games.
Yeah.
You know, I even sent you my evidence. I saw that. I feel like they are. So yeah, that's kind of surprising for me. 1 and 2 seed, you have the Dodgers and the Braves. I think Dodgers won that series against Cincinnati. You got Dodgers, Cincinnati, Cardinals, who barely squeaked in, Cardinals and Padres, Marlins and Cubs, and Giants and Braves. So I think this will be quite a good year for playoff baseball.
Yep.
The only downfall is that it's kind of extended with teams and that they're not playing at home field advantage. That was going to be my next topic I wanted to say. So the National League Division Series, the wild card series per se, will be at the top-ranked seeds' home field. The National League Division Series will either be in Arlington or Houston. Why? Hear me out. The National League will be in Arlington or Houston.
Here's what I think. It's to avoid home field advantage and to have neutral sites. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, because, it would be kind of unfair if, the Padres were playing in their home stadium, but the Cubs weren't,
Yeah.
So, I think it's smart. And the Rangers aren't making the playoffs, so you don't have to worry about that in the World Series. But, yeah, so I think it's definitely smart. For the you said for the wild card, they're going to be able to play in their home stadiums, and then for the
wild
DS,
card, yeah.
Okay, that's smart.
The World Series is also on neutral turf.
Yep, in Arlington.
Also played in Arlington. How do you feel about the World Series being played in Arlington?
Honestly, I love it. I think they should have a neutral site World Series every year.
Okay.
Because, think about it. You could promote it and people would come to the city. It'd be like the Super Bowl. You could promote it, have like posters and ads, and people would love, going down there. I remember Scott Boras, the big time agent, he's been saying that for years. So he's probably head over heels, with this neutral site World Series. But yeah, I think the neutral site World Series, there are going to be no fans. So I don't really know if it matters anyway, but it does kind of help in a sense that neither team will really have familiarity with their clubhouse or with the field, especially because it's a brand new facility. So a lot of these players will be their first time playing in that stadium. So yeah, it'll be a fun World Series in a different environment, and I hope that Rob Manfred can actually do something good for the game for once and move the World Series to a neutral site every season.
So you say neutral. What if you thought of – so take it. If this was a regular 162-game season, All-Star break and everything, trade deadline August 31st, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
If, let's say, the All-Star game was supposed to be in Los Angeles this year, why do you not see the neutral site Los Angeles being played as the World Series?
You have to go with I guess the dome and the climate controlled area.
Is Arlington a dome? I thought it was open.
Yeah, it's a retractable roof.
Okay.
But the roof there is so weird. Have you seen it?
Yeah,
the roof is so weird. But yeah, it makes sense to do it in a neutral site. And I can see it why they don't want it to be in Los Angeles. And also to promote the new stadium, like baseball's newest stadium. So yeah, it'll be an interesting playoff. Still not a fan of the 16-team playoff, but hopefully it'll just be a one-year thing, and then we can go back to the awesome 10-team format, which is perfect. And then hopefully they'll be able to adopt this neutral site World Series for years to come.
You think they should actually genuinely, strongly, put in any other word you want, pursue this?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
definitely. That'd be awesome.
So I spoke about the National League being played in Arlington and Houston. The American League side is actually going to be played in San Diego and Los Angeles. So,
Yep, same deal. Just ensures that there won't be an advantage for either side.
Yeah, I definitely think it's kind of like a World Baseball Classic type thing, where that championship game was played in San Diego. Which shout out Team USA for winning that. I definitely feel that it's going to be kind of weird not seeing that home field representation, you know?
Yeah, agreed.
So since it's a what is it? Is it a 2-3-2 series?
Yeah.
So what would they do? Well, for all of it, the championship series and the World Series, what would they do when they flip it? Would they just flip clubhouses or what?
I mean, I think
are they going to stay all the way in Arlington?
Yeah, I mean, So I think that when the home team has the higher seed as the home team, they'll be the home team the first 2 games, and then they won't have to switch like clubhouses or anything like that. And then the other team will just be the home team. But yeah. I mean, dude, everything is weird for this season. How about Shane Bieber though? He's closing in on the pitching triple crown.
Yeah, he's looking really good this year as
he is amazing.
What are his stats
8-1, 1.63 ERA, 77 innings pitched, 122 strikeouts, and a .87 WHIP.
Yeah, he's looking really good.
Yeah, dude, he leads the league in ERA, wins, strikeouts, opponent's batting average. He's second in WHIP, and he's second in innings pitched. He might win MVP.
I could see it 100%.
Yeah, definitely.
Right now, I think he's 1 strikeout away from 500 on his career.
Oh, nice.
That's kind of crazy to think already.
Yeah, he just started.
In this shortened season right now, wow. It looks like he's got 100 there's no way he's got 122 strikeouts?
Yep, and 77 innings pitched.
Wow.
That's what's up.
That's crazy.
Yeah. The next closest guy in the American League is Lucas Giolito with 97. Over 30 more.
That's absolutely crazy right now.
Yeah. Good for him. I mean, he's been unhittable.
He's only this is his 3rd year in the league, too.
25, yeah. Went to UC Santa Barbara, California kid. 4th-round pick. Indians got a good in there.
They definitely lucked out for that.
Oh, yeah. Saw something great in him.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Speaking of speaking of baseball, Royals.
Yeah.
Alex Gordon announces his retirement.
That hurts. Gordo. I got right in the childhood, man.
Yeah,
I mean, I am so thankful for him being a great guy in the community, a great guy on the team, a great player. And it's awesome that he gets to go out on his own terms. The only thing that bugs me is that I'm not going to be able to be there along with, 30,000 other Royals fans, cheering him in his last game. That's what bugs me. That's why I wish, he could have stayed 1 more year, even if it's just an off-the-bench guy that comes in and helps mentor the younger players and what it means to be a Royals baseball player. Come in like the 7th inning, play left field, make a diving catch, save the game. But,
something like that, yeah.
Yeah, no, he was freaking awesome. And, he came up in 07, he was the consensus minor league player of the year, not just Royals, everywhere, all across professional baseball. So he came up a lot of hype, really good his rookie year, really good his second year, struggled his 3rd year, They sent him down to the minor leagues, had him learn a new position, came up, became the best left fielder in baseball defensively for the next 7 years.
7, 8
3
years,
All-Stars, hit huge home run in the World Series, clutch guy.
Yeah, I'll just roll through it. Second overall pick in 2005, 3-time All-Star, 100-plus outfield assist, Roberto Clemente nominee, a Hutch Award winner, a 4-time Heart and Hustle winner, and then just for the Royals offensive records, first in hit by pitches.
Saw that.
That's crazy. Third in walks, fourth in home runs.
See it.
Yeah, fifth in doubles, sixth in RBIs, hits, and runs. But this dude is platinum. He's got platinum hands. That is So for those of you listening who don't know the difference between platinum and gold, platinum is the best rank out of your conference, so American League. You're put up against all 8 of your other competitors who won a gold glove in the American League, and you have the best defensive skills in the American League. And the same goes for National League. And Gordo, I think, has 2 platinum gloves, which is just crazy to think of how good he actually is.
Yeah.
So that's really exciting for Gordo. Congratulations on a great career.
Right. We gotta have him on in 10 years.
Hey, love it. 10-year reunion.
Yeah. So he was really good.
Speaking of continuing with Gordon here, I know that he probably won't be in baseball or be out of baseball forever. Do you think he goes back to Nebraska and coaches their team?
Yeah.
Could you see it?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I read something where, usually when guys retire, they take 2 or 3 years and then they decide what their next step is going to be. So, if he went back to Nebraska and coached, I mean, that wouldn't shock me at all. I think that'd be something he would really enjoy and be really good at. And I also saw that he mentioned, possibly working with the Royals in their front office or coaching staff. That'd be really sweet. I mean, Gordon, he's always going to be loved in Kansas City for what he did for the team, for the community. It was an interesting player. Yeah. It's always so weird talking about players when they retire because it feels like they died and we're talking about them at their funeral or something. But no, he was, as a baseball player, man, he's about as good as it gets when it comes to how he carries himself. And he led by example. He was always very quiet.
Yeah. Did you see the T-shirts that the Royals warmed up in today?
Yeah, and it said 4 or something cool like
Royal
that.
Forever. Yeah, it was Royal Forever with the number 4. I definitely want to see if I can cop that shirt.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah. Did you see what picture or what? So when he gets his statue, not if, but when he gets his statue, what picture would you like his statue to be? If that makes sense. Yeah. Okay. So how every player has their own statue,
their face, whatever.
Right. So how George Brett and Frank White, they have their statues out there. What statue or what Sorry, I'm distracted because I'm pulling up mine.
You're good.
But yeah.
So I definitely think it's when. Oh gosh, this is giving me chills, dude. I definitely think it's the 2015 home run swing.
Oh yeah.
To tie the game in
without a doubt. Oh yeah.
That gave me chills.
Same here, dude.
I think that for sure, or anything of him diving into the outfield.
Yes.
Is anything above greatness.
Yes.
You have Dick Hauser with a little knee up on the stairs. You have George Brett swinging the bat, and then you have Frank White. Oh, what's Frank doing?
He's fielding a ball at his position.
So I definitely think either a swing or a diving catch for Gordo would be great.
I'm trying to put it as my background, but it's not wanting to load. But I'll just show you the picture. Let's see. But yeah, no, he had an awesome career. It was a pleasure and a privilege to watch him play every day. This picture right here, with his hand up, that would be beautiful. That would be amazing to have out there in the Royals outfield concourse. It's going to be great when they retire his number. And yeah, no, he was just an awesome, awesome player. And I'm excited to see what the future has for him. How are we doing on time, Jake?
That, we got about 3 minutes left, actually.
Oh.
I'm trying to find that forever, the Royal Forever out there away.
Yeah.
I'm going to DM the Royals account. Yeah, you guys selling these shirts? Anything. There it is. Back it up just a little bit. There it is. All right, go ahead and slide that back. Let the fans watch that.
Yeah, of course.
There it is. Tie game.
I love the center fielder's reaction where he's like looking, he's like, no. Like that happens to me whenever I'm playing MLB The Show. Like I know what that guy was feeling. But yeah, no, Gordon's awesome. Yeah. So I guess, Jake, is that anything else we want to talk about today or tonight? It's like 2 a.m.
Yeah, I'm getting on 1 o'clock here. I think I'm good. Well, we'll be back on tomorrow. We got a surprise for Fresh Face Friday.
Ooh, can't wait.
Yes, sir. We're gonna link up with that. But Bo, I'll let you do the send off. I hit the intro.
Oh, wow.
Send off.
A lot of pressure.
Hey, look at that.
Yeah, well,
nothing new, right?
Thank you for listening. Hope you all enjoyed. To quote Tony Kornheiser, the dude from ESPN, we will try to do better next time.
Hey,
Laters.
Same time tomorrow, knuckleheads.
Right. Yes. Laters. Oh, how do you – hold on. There we go. Stop recording.
Whoa, yeah.
All Jackson does is make beats.
Whoa, yeah. Ay,